Hey y'all, what's good, beautiful people? It's your girl Tay, and I'm here yet again with another update video. So definitely make sure you guys smash that like button, comment down below, subscribe, plus push your post notification bell button so that way anytime I upload a video you will be notified. So the first thing, I have to apologize, you guys, that these videos are coming out a little bit later. I will get back on the schedule and get them. I'm trying to get them back out to you guys in the morning. I want to say between 9 and 11. I gave myself a pretty long time range, but that's the time range I'm going for, but anytime between 9 and 11. But today is kind of an off day for me. I had some errands to get done. Today was my hair appointment, which I know you guys probably don't want to hear about that, but today is my hair appointment, which is why I'm looking a little bit like Whoopi Goldberg right now, because my locks are still a little damp and wet, you know, and I don't really like to wrap them up. I like to leave them out and let them be free so that they can dry and absorb all of the oils and all that other kind of stuff, and they're still pretty tight because I also got them tightened as well. So with that being said, we are going to move into these topics for today, and there are quite a few. I have seen some interesting things. We are going to go to the internet first. I did prepare, at least I think I prepared. But I did save some articles that I wanted to bring to you guys' attention. First thing we're going to be talking about is student loan borrowers will be getting a $15 billion worth of student loan cancellation. Now, this article doesn't really do good to explain. Maybe you guys will have a different understanding of what they're saying and how to get it for those of you who may have some student loans, or you have children who have student loans. For one, if you guys are not aware, they did extend the student loan repayments all the way up and through, I think, May of this year. Okay, it says the biggest takeaway from President Joe Biden's surprise decision to extend student loan relief for another 90 days through May 1st of this year. Okay, so I was right. It says student loan borrowers won't have any new interest accrue on their federal student loans. Yes, there won't be any collection of student loans in default through garnishment of wages or Social Security checks. However, there's another huge benefit for student loan borrowers that is less visible. Okay, so this was reported by Forbes, just so that you guys know, just in case you want to go look this information up. I did not get a chance to verify this. I do have a student loan myself. You guys know that I just recently graduated, so I am going to look into this further to see who exactly this is for. But it says student loan relief due to the pandemic, which Congress first passed in March of 2020 through the CARES Act stimulus package, has another hidden benefit for more than 40 million student loan borrowers. Student loan cancellation. Student loans are paused, but here's 6 things to do now. With the extension of the student loan relief, federal student loans won't have any new interest accrued. The U.S. Department of Education estimates that student loan borrowers collectively will save $5 billion a month in interest costs. With a 3-month postpone of the student loan payment pause, that equates to $15 billion of total student loan cancellation. This is in addition to the $110 billion of student loan cancellation that student loan borrowers will have received from March 2020 through January 31st of 2022. I don't know who got that. As far as from what I've seen, and you guys let me know if you've seen or heard anything different, but as far as from what I have seen, there has been a lot of postponing and canceling of student loan debt, but it has been for specific situations, very specific. For example, if a person went to a school in which their documentation wasn't up to par, maybe they were taking money fraudulently from the government, and then saying that they're using it for supplies and stuff for the student, but they're really not. There's been a lot of schools that have been what's the word? It's on the tip of my tongue, but there's been a lot of schools that have basically been closed down due to this circumstance, and a lot of students were relieved of their student loan payments to these institutions for those reasons. I know they did some student loan cancellations for people who are disabled and things of that nature, but just general across the board, I haven't seen anything to that effect. The only thing that I've seen that's general across the board is just the student loan payments, which is what they're talking about in here. It says Biden's second extension of the student loan relief was scheduled to end, blah, 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 blah. Okay, let's get to the part that I was reading about. During every month of the temporary student loan forbearance, student loan borrowers will get credit. That's the part. Okay, so listen to this, y'all. It says during every month of temporary student loan forbearance, student loan borrowers will get credit for a student loan payment, even if they didn't make one. So non-payment of student loans will count towards student loan payments to meet the requirements of public service loan forgiveness and income-driven repayment. For example, in total, federal student loan borrowers can qualify for more than 2 years of federal student loan payments, even if they didn't make any, okay? In the case of public service loan forgiveness, that's 20% of the total payments required to get student loan forgiveness. So I'm assuming that if you call in, I'm going to call in. I haven't verified this. I'm telling you guys, you should call in too if you have children who are dealing with this situation. Tell them to call into their, what is it, FAFSA, NailNet. Those are the common ones out here, but call into their student loan servicer and to get the information on this, because what it sounds like to me is that they're going to give you credit for 2 years worth of payments even if you didn't pay any, and then once you've paid 2 years of payments in a normal situation where you're actually making payments, you qualify for student loan forgiveness. So since they're giving that to you, you may actually qualify to get some forgiveness. Now again, it doesn't say an amount. I don't know if there's an income cap. I don't know if there's an income minimum. It's not saying any of that, but I still think that that's great. Okay, let's read on. Some may label this type of student loan forgiveness as not real student loan cancellation. They recognize the interest, savings, or the counting of non-payments. However, they argue this is different from direct wide-scale student loan cancellation. I agree. While this isn't wide-scale student loan cancellation in a traditional sense, this will save student loan borrowers substantial money for their student loans. Is student debt cancellation next? Remember, this is $125 billion of student loan cancellation as a result of the pandemic. Student loan relief is in addition to Biden canceling $12.7 billion of student loans over the past year. That targeted student loan cancellation has granted student loan forgiveness to public servants, student loan borrowers with total and permanent disability, and student loan borrowers who were misled by their college or university. Basically, the information I was explaining earlier in the video. Okay, student loan relief won't last forever. Make sure you have a game plan for student loan repayment before student loan relief ends. Here are some popular ways to pay off your student loans faster, and then it goes into the different things that you can ask about: student loan refinancing, income-driven repayment plans, public service loan forgiveness. Okay, so I highly suggest that you guys, like I said, if you are yourself are recently graduated or you've got student loans and you need to get some assistance, call your student loan servicer and see if these options are available to you, because I know that's what I'm going to do. Okay, moving on from that. Now, this article was released by Yahoo Money, which was yesterday. Was it yesterday, the 10th? Yeah, yesterday. So, according to this article, I did not verify on the IRS website, but according to this article, it says this year's tax filing season officially begins on Monday, January the 24th. The Internal Revenue Service announced this yesterday, okay? That's the first day the agency will start accepting and processing 2021 federal tax returns. So, January the 24th, but I've already seen some articles from, not from the IRS, but some other articles that came out also from the IRS, or speculating that the IRS is saying that you guys can expect a delay this year in your payments. Okay, planning for the nation's filing season process is a massive undertaking, and the IRS teams have been working nonstop these past several months to prepare. This is coming from the IRS Commissioner Chuck Reddick in a statement. The pandemic continues to create challenges, but the IRS reminds people there are important steps they can take to help ensure that their tax return and refund don't face any processing delays. I've already told you guys there's really not a whole lot that you can do. They can tell you that you're going to bypass any processing delays, but you're not. I know there's a lot of you guys out there. You can vouch. You can basically verify this. There's a lot of you guys out there who still haven't received your returns from last year, okay, and probably did everything correctly. I told you guys, make sure you dot your I's and cross your T's, but even in doing that, because they're so behind, because the virus is spreading rampantly, we don't know how short-staffed they are. They were already short-staffed going into this tax filing season, so I'm just going to say err on the side of caution. Just make sure you guys have some type of game plan if you can. If you can't, you know what I mean? It is what it is. But if you can, you just want to make sure that you are prepared. Try to put a little bit of money away. I would suggest that you guys, I know a lot of people are not really into this, but one thing that I have used in the past before, if I was tight on cash, is I would go to a tax provider like H&R Block or Jackson Hewitt, one of those well-known tax preparers, and get one of those refund advance loans, because there is no interest on those loans, depending on how much money you get, depending on where your money is coming from, your income, whether it's W-2 wages or whether you are an independent contractor. For some of them, that matters. For some of them, it doesn't. But you can get a deposit. Basically, you can get an advance on your tax return. Let's just say, for example, you're supposed to get back $7,000. Now, this doesn't always work out. It does depend on your individual tax return situation. Okay, how many children you have, you know what I mean, your income, all of that, family size, if you're filing head of household, if you're filing married, all of that great stuff. But for the most part, let's just say you were getting $7,000. I know that you can probably get an advance of about $3,000, meaning instead of you receiving, which I'm pretty sure you guys already know, but just in case there's some of you guys, you know, maybe just a little bit slower to understand things. If you were to be told that you're going to get $7,000 in a tax return, then there's a possibility that you can get $3,000 in an advance. Okay, meaning when you actually go to when they actually do process your tax return, then the $3,000 that they already gave you will go to them, and then you'll receive the remaining $4,000, if that makes any sense. Some of them will even give you a little bit of a deposit, like Jackson Hewitt. They'll give you a little bit of a deposit that when you go in now and you file for start your taxes, and you can go into Jackson Hewitt with just your last paycheck stub. For those of you guys who worked and you have paycheck, if you go on with your very last paycheck stub, you can go in and you can get a little bit. It may not be much, but let's just say they say, oh, hey, we're going to give you $1,000 advance on your tax return. You may be able to get $200-$300 of that right away that day with just your paycheck stub. And then when you go back in with your W-2s and all of your information and you complete the process, then you'll get the remaining amount. Oh, my son just took a little nap. Well, he did wake up early, so I'm going to let him sleep. It's 3 o'clock. Sorry, you guys, distracted. Mommy duties. My son was right here. He just ate a Lunchable, and he got under the covers, and I told him that he actually didn't have to get under the covers because it's not bedtime. And he got in the bed, and he sung himself to sleep. So, I'm sorry. I like watching my baby sleep. It just makes me feel all, I don't know, it just makes me feel good as a mom. But anyways, moving on, you guys. Hope that information was a little bit helpful. I know I'm kind of all over the place, but it is what it is. I know some of you guys are going to say something, some of you guys are not, but it is what it is. Trying to see if there's anything else from this article that is relevant. I don't really think that there is. Nope. So we are going to move on from there. We've got some salad, some food recalls. It's been a minute, but we've got some food recalls. This was reported by USA Today. Lettuce recall 2022. Dole recalls salads sold at Walmart, Kroger, Aldi's, and HEB for listeria risk. Okay, this was posted 17 hours ago. It says Dole Fresh Vegetables Inc. is voluntarily recalling dozens of types of prepackaged salad for possible health risk from listeria from dozens of states. The recall comes weeks after the company had a similar recall in December and one in October. According to the January 7th recall notice posted on the Food and Drug Administration website, the affected products are Dole branded and private label packaged salads processed at its Springfield, Ohio and Soledad, California production facilities. Consumers are advised to throw out the recalled items and not eat them. Affected store brands include Walmart's Market Side brand, Aldi's Little Salad Bar, Kroger, HEB, and President's Choice. Wait a minute. I think I just bought some of Walmart's Market Side brand. I need to go and check because I think I literally just came from Walmart and I literally just purchased like 4 of those prepackaged Caesar salads because they're my fave, and I think those are Market Side brand, so I need to take a look at that. That sucks. A list of the impacted products is posted on the FDA. I've told you guys this before. If you want to verify this information for yourself, you are more than welcome to check the Food, Drug, and Administration website for any food recalls, and it should give you the information as well as the necessary steps that you need to take in that particular situation, okay? This in particular will be on the FDA and Dole websites. In the December recall, Dole said salads processed at the 2 factories were not affected. Dole said no illnesses have been reported with the products being recalled to date. However, consumers are advised to throw recalled items out and not eat them. The recall is being issued after harvest equipment used in the harvesting of raw iceberg lettuce material used in these finished products was tested by Dole and found to contain listeria monocytogenes, the company said in a notice. Okay, according to the FDA, listeria causes fever, nausea, and other types of symptoms generally associated with foodborne illnesses, and basically like food poisoning, but it can be deadly in young children, elderly people, and other with weakened immune system. It's also been tied to miscarriages and stillborn. So yeah, I'm just going to say as a public service announcement, throw it out, because like I said, I believe I just bought 3 right now, and even though I'm going to feel some type of way about wasting my money, they're definitely going to be thrown in the trash can. Okay. Recalled salad items from the Springfield, Ohio facility were distributed in 25 states: Alabama, Colorado, Connecticut, Florida, Georgia, Iowa, Illinois, Indiana, Kansas, Kentucky, Louisiana, Massachusetts, Maryland, Michigan, Minnesota, Missouri, North Carolina, Nebraska, New York, Ohio, Pennsylvania, South Carolina, Tennessee, Virginia, and Wisconsin. Recalled salad items from the Soledad, California facility were distributed in 30 states. Okay. Alabama, Arizona, California, Colorado, Florida, Georgia, Hawaii, Iowa, Idaho, Illinois, Indiana, Kansas, Louisiana, Michigan, Minnesota, Missouri, Mississippi, Maryland, North Dakota, Nebraska, Nevada, New York, Oklahoma, Oregon, Pennsylvania, Texas, Utah, Virginia, Washington, and Wisconsin. Okay. Yeah. That's a lot. That's a lot. That is a lot. In the upper, it says in the upper right hand corner of your salad package, look for a product lot code beginning with either a W or a B. Impacted items will also have a best if used by date between December 22nd and January 9th. Consumers can contact the Dole Consumer Response Center at 800-356-3111 with questions about the recall. So I'm going to give you guys that again. It's 800-356-3111 with questions about the recall. And I just want y'all to know that I will be going downstairs and checking my refrigerator and checking the upper right hand corner to see if this matches up with what I have in my refrigerator. But we're going to jump off of that. Let's do a quick check onto emergency SNAP maximum benefits to see if there are any additional states. There was one person that reached out and gave me the dates for California, but the dates that they gave me were actually for December. So there are a couple of states that pay a month behind. I think Hawaii is one of them, but California definitely pays a month behind, meaning December benefits, emergency SNAP benefits, will be paid this month in January. Actually, it will be this weekend. So you're going to get them either the 14th, which is Friday, or the 16th, which is Sunday. Okay. I haven't seen anything as of yet. I'm checking right now. The last time I checked, California wasn't on the list. And as I'm checking right now, California is still not on the list. So currently, as of today, which is Tuesday, January the 11th, states that have been approved for emergency SNAP maximum benefits. And I'm not going to give you guys the payout dates because I did that yesterday. Check out yesterday's video because I dedicated it completely just to to regular emergency SNAP maximum benefits for the month of January 2022. And I did go over all of the payout dates. If I come across any additional states right now that I didn't give the information for yesterday, then I'll give you guys that right now. Okay. But so far we have Alabama, Alaska, Arizona, Colorado, Delaware, DC, Georgia, Guam, Hawaii, Illinois, Indiana, Iowa, Kansas, Kentucky, Louisiana, Maine, Maryland, Michigan. Okay. New Hampshire, New Jersey, New Mexico, New Hampshire, North Carolina, Ohio, Oklahoma, Oregon, Pennsylvania, Rhode Island, South Carolina, Texas, Utah, Vermont, Virginia, Washington, West Virginia, Wisconsin, and Wyoming. So no changes there. Same exact states from yesterday. I do believe that I saw one of you guys tell me that Nevada, which I don't have on here, but somebody told me that Nevada actually received their benefits either yesterday or today. So if you're in Nevada, check your card, your EBT card, because you may have the emergency SNAP maximum benefits on there. They may have been uploaded. I don't see it on the USDA website, but I do remember reading that in the comments. So just in case you guys missed that, check your cards in Nevada. Let me just see if I can find it. Someone put why Arkansas is not getting stamps. Yeah, okay. So this was 6 hours ago. Nevada loaded emergency SNAP allotment on the EBT card today. So check your cards, okay? Georgia, I did go over Georgia benefits yesterday. Check yesterday's video. Connecticut. I haven't seen Connecticut on here for a while. I'm wondering if Connecticut is one of the states that have actually that have actually rescinded their state of emergency declaration, which, by the way, one last thing, you guys, before I let you go, let me jump into my other news source here, because I do believe that we have a state that has declared state of emergency, and I believe I saved it, Virginia. But you guys are still receiving benefits. Anyway, it says state of emergency declared in Virginia after a record virus surge. It says your Governor Ralph Northam declared a limited state of emergency, which means they're not going to get all of the benefits because it's limited. But a limited state of emergency on Monday, which was yesterday, to alleviate pressure on hospitals after the state has counted record cases and hospitalizations in recent days. I'm pretty sure a lot of states are going through that right now, not just Virginia. California is definitely up there on the list for having extremely high hospitalizations and all of that kind of stuff. The governor announced that the emergency order that aims to boost hospital capacity and support exhausted healthcare workers after Virginia counted its highest daily hospital admissions on Friday. The order, designed to provide flexibility to strain hospitals and staff, is set to last for 30 days because of the modeling predicting a peak of cases in the next few weeks following the Omicron variant surge. Did y'all hear? By the way, I said I was going to let y'all go, but now they have found that the flu virus and this virus has mutated and merged together. They're calling it the Flurona. I don't know if I can say that on YouTube, but I did see an article about that. They have merged together, okay, and that's what they're calling it, all right? So, and they're telling us that we're out of the woods. They're telling us that everything is getting back together. They're telling us that the economy is on the verge of recovering, okay, swiftly. Where y'all see that at? Please show me. Please tell me. It has been a roller coaster, and we are not built for this kind of uncertainty for this long. Well, unfortunately, you know what I mean? I've been telling you guys, just prepare. I honestly don't see things getting back to normal. I just really don't. I think that we're going to be going through this for a while, if not forever. Because if it's not this one, then I think it's going to be something else. That's just my personal opinion about the matter. But I definitely don't see us going back to the way things were. I think we could just basically try to adapt to the new circumstances, and everybody just needs to be prepared to either be slammed with a whole bunch of talk either on the news, on your phones, popping up. I think at one point it's going to be like iRobot is basically what I am seeing in the near future. That's pretty much what I'm saying. There's just a lot of stuff that, you know what I mean? I know you can't believe everything that you see on the news, everything that you read in the newspaper. Trust me, I know. But considering the things that is going on, the fact that we can definitely say that we are seeing people dropping like flies around us. We have family members, we have close friends that are experiencing these traumatizing things as it pertains to this particular virus. I just think that everybody just needs to be prepared that this is going to be the new norm, okay? There is no going back to the way things were. And to be perfectly honest, I feel like things have probably already been like this for a very long time. This is just the first time that it has been brought to the surface in this manner. And honestly, this is the first time people has paid attention. That's what it is. Because I know that things have come out in the past when I was younger. You know what I mean? My parents have talked about it. My grandparents have talked about it. But I'm seeing that people are paying attention more now. For whatever the reason may be, people's eyes are finally open and they're paying attention. Okay, so yeah, I definitely don't see things going back to the way that they were, but I just wanted to bring this to you guys' attention. It says the order waives license requirements for hospitals to increase their bed capacity, permits out-of-state licensed providers to provide care in Virginia, grants physicians assistants with at least 2 years experience to provide care without written agreement. So basically, this order is meant to help with the hospitals. If you don't have a lot of experience as a physician's assistant, you have to have at least 2 years experience, but generally you need more than that. But now, because they're strained in hospitals again across all of the states, whatever states that are not already doing this, I'm pretty sure they're going to jump on the bandwagon, and they're going to be deploying as many healthcare service providers as possible. Let me tell y'all, I am so glad I am not a CNA. There's not really a whole lot that we can do anyway, because we're not allowed to give out any type of medication or anything in that way, shape, or form. But I am just so glad that I jumped out of that before this started, because I would have quit. There's no way I'm going to the hospital. There's no way. I do truly appreciate everybody who's staying in it and who's working. My heart really goes out to you guys, because somebody has to do it, but it just wouldn't be me. I'm sorry that God did not call me to do that. But Again, that's no shade. I'm just saying, everybody has their place in the world, and that's not mine. So, Northam is only in office for a few more days as Governor-elect Glenn Youngkin, who has the option of rescinding the order, prepares to be inaugurated on Saturday, although the Northam anticipates Youngkin's support. The governor has spoken to the governor-elect and is hopeful this order will remain in place for 30 days or until no longer necessary. Northam spokesperson Alina Yormosky said in an email, while the state points to the lowest case and death rates per capita, Virginia hospitals are still struggling with more than 3,500 virus patients statewide and rising flu and respiratory syncytial RSV patients, because I can't say that word. Most of those hospitalized for the virus itself are unvaccinated. Again, you guys know that they're going to try to put everything on those that are unvaccinated and make it seem like as if it is their fault. I think that it's just the fact that people don't have good hygiene practices, on top of the fact that some people are just not doing what they're supposed to do. People are not social distancing. I have been getting my food delivered, and I'm going to let you guys go after this, but I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys have already clicked off of the video anyway. But I have been getting my stuff delivered to me for the most part. I try to stay home, and you guys know I was sick not too long ago. I took the rest of the year off because I was so sick. I didn't leave. I didn't go anywhere. I stayed in the house for a reason. I was here in the house. People are not following that protocol. Unfortunately, people are still going out. People are still going to parties. I saw an article where a woman went and got tested for the virus, was positive for the virus, and she still went out and had dinner with her friends. The woman, I told you guys, there was parents whose children tested positive for the virus and they still sent their kids to school. People don't care. That's the sad, 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 sad truth of the situation. People don't care. You know what I mean? That I'm telling y'all, people don't care. And I feel like in a situation like this, you know what I mean? I'm not a violent person. I'm never going to sit here and boast violence, but I've said it to you guys. Even the point of this is that when I went to the store just right now, I was paying for my food. There are circles, X's, whatever it is that the store decides to use that marks your spot for a reason. I was putting the cashier was bagging up my stuff and I was taking them and putting it in the basket. And the next person in line came so close. Like, let's just say that this was the machine that I need to put my card and do my payment and all that. She's standing literally right here by the machine. So I'm literally having to pay for my stuff with her looking at me, watching me, standing right here. I'm pretty sure there's a couple of you guys that know what that look means, but yeah, just no respect for boundaries, anything. It was like that before the pandemic, but even more so now. Why are you so close to me and my kids? I don't know you. Do I owe you some money? Have we met before? Do you remember me from another life? Because if your answer is no to all of those questions, then I'm gonna need you to give me 50 feet. I'm gonna need you to back up. But anyways, you guys, I know this video is pretty long, and I don't care. It is what it is. At the end of the day, I truly love you guys. Don't forget to smash that like button if you haven't already, because it does help to let YouTube know that you like what I'm doing and you want me to stick around, and I want to stick around and continue to give you guys this content and provide this information for you guys on a daily basis. But on that note, you guys, I'm going to say, as always, remember to live, love, and elevate, and I will definitely see you guys in the next video. Peace, y'all. Have a good day.